if you're dangling in a situation such as this and you need to put a doorway in a wall that you have and there's no doorway, well, you're in the right spot. I'm going to show you how to frame in a doorway. So my door, the door that I'm going to be putting in this spot is going to be a 30-inch door. And you can see there's just not enough spot in here to frame this door in properly. So I'm going to have to move this stud right here over, you know, and that's going to take some doing. So stick. Okay. All I've done is cut 2 boards. One that goes all the way to the top plate to the bottom plate, and the one inside it is just a random length and a random length on this one. And there is the original stud that we're going to use. So now this is the king stud and that's a king stud, and I'm removing this old king stud. And now we have a new trimmer stud there and a new trimmer stud there, or jack studs. And I'll explain this all will make sense here in a little bit. And there's the stud that I cut out, and it's at a random height. So this is all random right here, but it'll all fall together and you'll see how this falls into place. One thing you want to make sure though is on your bottom plate that everything is smooth. You see how these boards run smooth down here? Because remember, somebody has to sheetrock it. Well, I'm gonna have to sheetrock this one, but you get the idea. Somebody's gonna have to do that, and you want that to be easy as it can. So make sure that's all smooth. See, this is gonna be nailed into there, and these two will be nailed together. King stud, trimmer stud. New king stud, trimmer stud. Removing the old king stud, that gives us this extra space. Hopefully this part makes sense. Let's keep going. Okay, you can see right here, I just cut out the bottom plate and removed that stud, that one right there that was there before. It is now gone, and that bottom plate is gone now. And we are smooth and flush going all the way around this wall. Bottom plate, same here. It's going to be easy to sheetrock all this. And we have a king stud and a trimmer. And over here we have a king stud and a trimmer. You see the trimmer, it rests this top plate. And see this trimmer and that trimmer rest these 2 boards, which are the top plate for the door. And then there's these cripples. This is a cripple board to support and keep this from sagging. And then what I'm gonna do now is add another cripple right here on top of those 2 that goes up to the top plate. And same thing, that rests over here and goes up to the top plate. So stick around and we'll see what this all looks like. Fast is that you want to put a level on this board and this board. On this edge, you want to level this side, and you want to level this side. So you want to rest your level here and here to make sure that it's going to be level, or otherwise your door will swing, you know, weird and be all strange. So if you don't want a strangelet, then go ahead and do that tip. Go ahead and level, make sure all this is level. Also, make sure this top boards are level right here for the rough opening. So check those 2 things. Okay, here's the final product. It has the trimmer studs, which are the interior ones, and then the king studs are the outside ones that go all the way up. Those 2 king studs go all the way up to the top plate and then all the way down to the bottom plate. The ones inside are the shorter ones. That's for the rough opening of the door. This is a 32-inch doorway, but this applies to a 36 or a 28 or any size doorway that you have. You're going to go up with the rough opening that they have, and you want the inside from here to here to be whatever the rough opening is on the width, and from the top to the floor needs to be the rough opening for whatever door you have. Read the labels. This was what my label said for my rough opening. So this is my rough opening, and you would do the same thing with any size door. You've got the 2 top boards, the 3 cripples at the top to hold the frame, the king studs from top plate down to the bottom plate, and then you would just stick your door in there and put your shims along here and shims at the top and everything, and then, you know, so you install your door. But I'll be making a video later on that. Also, if you're interested in seeing anything to do with the ceiling joist, a false wall, a rat run, how to jack up a roofing rafter, frame over a door, and it's etc., some plywood, blah blah blah, check out my framing playlist. This is me 1906 before I lost my hair. Wing time.